Welcome to She Means Business, the podcast where ambitious women come to own their power, break boundaries, and build empires on their own terms.
I'm Tori.
And I'm Kaylin.
And each week, we dive deep into real stories, strategies, and mindset shifts that female entrepreneurs need to thrive in today's fast-paced business world.
Whether you're just starting out or scaling your brand to new heights, this is your space to get inspired, learn from game-changing women, and turn your passion into profit with confidence, clarity, and a whole lot of boss energy.
If you're ready to stop playing small and start showing up fully for your business and your life, you're in the right place. Let's get to work because she means business.
The moment you've been waiting for, and we are back with Mamma Mia's Mia Booker.
For anyone listening on Spotify, it's about to get loud. Prepare for some quick little screams. If you want to understand why, go to the YouTube, watch the YouTube video. It's well worth it.
Authenticity, that is something that...
Oh God, I thought it was a snake.
Oh my God.
We can watch this back. Oh, that was so funny. Okay, it's funny now. It's funny now. It wasn't funny then.
It was not funny then. That was a big spider. If y'all watching at home. It's big. That's what we call real, raw, and authentic. That was real, raw, and authentic, guys. Okay?
Oh,
We can't just tap the spider. We gotta smack the spider.
I got it with my flip-flop. What's something that you think people will be surprised to learn about this whole journey?
Yes. For me, that question resonates because I think that every time people see me, plus my inner, they believe, oh my gosh, Mia is just so happy. She's so energetic. She's so bubbly. She's so just, Team Jesus, Team Family, Team Mama Mia's. And I am all those things. But Mama Mia's was not just snap and build. I had to hit my knees and pray. Lots of tears came. Lots. They still do come, And I think that there was a certain perception that I had to have up of me during the whole everything. There was times where when we did cut our income like that 85% after I left corporate for this, y'all gotta think, I was at Lowe's for 7 years and I had 4 different roles.
Wow.
I was a supervisor. They moved me from my home to Mooresville. So it wasn't like a role, and I'm saying every role is important, but I was a salary role where if my husband did want to stay at home, he could do that, and he did for a little bit. We switched, right? So it was tough. I kept a smile on my face because I knew the enemy would want me to believe I was going to fail or to put stuff out there. But I believe in the power of the tongue. So I spoke it into existence. I said, no, this business will not fail because it's a kingdom business.
Right.
It's a kingdom business. We're giving God the glory. So if we're giving God the glory, you can't fail. You cannot fail. So to tie all of that in, I believe one thing, that people would be surprised to learn is that it was hard. It was hard because people just literally thought it was just, I'm just dancing around. People would literally say, wow, Mia, you make this look just easy. You make it look easy. But I wasn't going to sit and mope all day. I wasn't going to oh man, this business is going to fail. It's not going to do well. This business is going to thrive, baby. It's going to thrive.
Because people only see the end result, right?
That's all.
They don't see the behind the scenes. And maybe you can talk about this a little bit because this is something that in real estate is really hard. So you basically, in these days and times, if you're a business owner, you have to be a content creator.
Yes. Oh
So
my gosh.
not
I'm the
only,
worst.
yeah, and so no, I wasn't saying it.
No, I am the worst. Put that in there because I am. Let them know to give me grace.
But you have to be the content creator. You have to be the social media manager. You've got
Yes.
to be the accountant. You've got to be all of those things, and it's exhausting.
It's exhausting. I'm telling you. So someone had asked me, they were like, Mia, you never respond to my text messages. And I said, girl, please forgive me because I'm responding to everything else. I'm responding to emails. I'm trying to get my taxes together. I'm trying to get everything together. And it's hard. It's draining. It can be draining. But I have also learned to prioritize and make sure that you're giving myself grace too. I try to. I'm not a good content creator. I'm trying to post, but then it's okay if I don't make those 10 videos a day like Facebook wants me to. It's okay if I don't make those 7 videos a day. It's okay. because I have to give myself grace, because it is just Philip and I, you know.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, if you're personally not good, your business is not going to be good either.
Boom. And I literally wrote that down. If I'm not healthy, my business won't be
That's
healthy.
exactly right.
We have to be healthy, and I'm talking about mentally, because stress will make you sick.
It will.
Stress will make you sick. It's draining. And so I just got chill bumps, because I was literally just having this conversation with someone else the other day. She said, Mia, I feel like I'm sick. But my business is doing good, but I'm just everywhere. That's the issue. You're everywhere. You got to prioritize.
We're doing something with our team right now that's outside the box, but I believe, and I know Kaylin believes too, that we have to take care of the person, not just the agent that's under our care. And so when we're teaching them to time block, or we're doing this exercise that we're doing right now, you write in the personal things first.
Yes.
And then you go with your business. Because if you're not taking care of the person, then the business is gonna fall apart.
That's right. That is right. Have y'all saw that post going on social media where it's like, someone asked me why I go on so many vacations, and then she said I had to respond, I can't afford not to go. That's just kind of how I feel. We may not be going on millions of vacations, but we're making the day trips. I'm so passionate, obviously, Tori, I'm sure you know this, I'm passionate about mental health. Because in today's society, it's like we feel like we have to work. Someone said to me, Mia, you're a businesswoman. And I said, I own a business, but that's just not all of me. It's a piece of what I do, but it's just important. And if you're starting a new business, if you're thinking about starting a new business, whatever it may be, make sure that you prioritize and you stick to it. You don't have to try to impress. Do not keep up with others. You write your business model down, you pray over it, you stick to it, and then as the Lord tells you to shift it, then you shift it, then you change. But make sure that you keep your priorities in order. Because sometimes we don't. Sometimes we're like, okay, I didn't, take my time just to read my Bible today, but I'm gonna go do all this other stuff. And then we keep doing all the other stuff, but we forget what really matters. And that's staying with Jesus. That's being with our children. That's making sure we're cooking the hot meals so they're not eating chicken nuggets and fries 24/7. It's spending time with them. Because again, like you said, Tori, if we're not healthy, our business will crumble.
Yeah.
And I don't say that lightly, because I've been there. I've been where maybe year 2, where we were starting to get more and more people were finding out about Mama Mia's. We had just moved into that new space. And I literally remember sitting, I'm getting really vulnerable right now, but I literally remember sitting on my kitchen table, and I told the Lord, I do not want this. I don't want it. I do not want Mama Mia's. This is too much. I don't know what I just did. I don't know why I did it. I don't want it, Lord. And then I sat down and I thought, on a piece of paper, I wrote everything I'm doing, but what has taken the most. And it was literally the stuff that was at Mama Mia's, but it really didn't matter too much. You know what I mean? I didn't have to scrub the baseboards 24. I was just there late hours for no reason, So just prioritize.
And the written part, I think that's so important. Write it down. Because when you're in the midst of chaos, you cannot remember what that priority was.
I'm telling you.
You've got to have it written down for
Write it
yourself.
down. Write it
Remind
down.
yourself that you are important.
And make it plain,
Yeah.
Make it clear, yeah.
What is your goal, Mia? Like, what's Mama Mia look like in a year from now?
In a year, I would love to have a full staff. Y'all pray with me. I'd love to have a full staff. I'd love to have 60 children, but I would also like for it to just be more than a preschool. I want it to be a ministry. It is a ministry, but I want people to be able to say, Mia, I need 10 minutes. And you just go in there, and Jesus is everywhere, but you can just go in there and you can teach someone about Jesus. The atheist that we may see on the street, you can just go and say, hey, meet me here in a safe place. Have the worship music going throughout the center and just talk to them about God. I want it to be a safe place for all. That is like my literal goal. A full staff during the day for the preschool. We do want to have aftercare. We do want to have, all these things. But at my core, I want it to be a safe place for ministry.
I love that. All right, this one's a tough one. What legacy do you hope to leave, not just in your business, but for the women coming behind you?
I have to think on that because there's just a lot. And then when I think about it, it's like, for me, I just want women to know that we can do it. We can do it. We can thrive in entrepreneurship, but we women, I feel like we're labeled as being sensitive. We're labeled as being overly compassionate. We're labeled as being all these things. But I just want people to look at Mama Mia's and say, hey, she was a woman. She was all of those things. She was all of those. She felt all the emotions. She had all the feels, but she did it. And I want that to be hope to them, that, hey, I can do it too. I can do it too. And you don't have to be fearful. Someone once told me, jump scared. Do it scared. Because if you have the faith of a mustard seed, no matter what your mountain may look like, you can literally look at that mountain and tell it to move. And I want women to know that we can do it.
I think if your dream and your goal doesn't scare you, it's not big enough.
It's not big enough. It's not. I mean, literally, who leaves their job and starts, like, who does
Crazy people.
Who's like, look, I'm going to come here and we're not going to have insurance. The bills ain't going to get paid, but I know I heard from the Lord we're going to do it.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
But I want a testimony to your kids. Watching their mama and now their dad build this and serve.
Yeah. The other day, Philip and I were eating at Logan's Roadhouse in Statesville. And I used to wait tables, and I loved it. I really loved it, you know? And I said, man, Philip, what if Aviana was like a little waitress and somebody stiffed her? You know, like they didn't leave her a tip, you know? And Philip looked at me and he said, Mia, I don't think they're going to have to work at a restaurant. He said, if they do, then that's fine, you know? Chick-fil-A preferably, you know? Fill me with some waffle fries.
The Lord chicken.
That's it. But he said, I believe that they're going to be able to work at Mama Mia's because they're already there. They already see us. I believe that we are going to be able to say, here, guys, here you go. Because my 10-year goal is to not only have one Mama Mia's, but have 2, potentially 3 Mama Mia's on my own land, in my own space.
I love that.
And then I can say, here's one for you, here's one for you, here's one for you. The 4th child may have to figure something out.
Y'all share.
Yeah, y'all share it. But that's the goal, right? I mean, that's one of the goals, you know, is just because Aviana's already said, I would love to do this, Mama. Anna Leia, they're little girls, I would love to do this. Hezekiah said, what if we can start a team here, a football team that comes out? You know what I mean? Anything is possible if you're grounded in the Lord and you also know that, I always tell people, I feel like I can do anything. I literally do. Because I feel like God is here with me and he's pushing me, he's praying for me, he wants me to succeed, and he knows my heart. So if I truly believe that, then we truly should look, we can do anything. Y'all can sell 10 million houses in a year.
I like that.
You know?
We'll keep it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's just, he's able.
He is able. We really appreciate you taking the time to be here with us and be our first official guest.
Thank you. It was powerful. I loved it.
Yes.
This is beautiful. I truly believe that there's gonna be more to come. I'm gonna put this in there, but I want to tell y'all, I believe that the Lord is gonna do so much in here that's gonna be beyond your wildest dreams. I really believe that. We prayed over just so much stuff, and it's just full circle for me. You can put this on it because I won't. It's full circle because I started in here and I didn't know how I was gonna make my rent some days, some months. I did not know how I was gonna make my rent. And now I'm doing a podcast about how I am making it, you know, in the same building.
Full circle.
Full circle. And that is just how God operates. We have these full circle moments. And I think this is where I just feel overwhelmed. It's just powerful. I remember sitting in that room crying and just asking God, like, man, this is crazy. I've got all these bills to pay. I can barely pay them. But you're still providing, and all of that, he's still provided. But again, it doesn't mean that the journey was easy, you know? But one thing I would write on this whiteboard right here that was in there, he's the same God on the mountain, and he's the same God in the valley, you know? So no matter, women too, if you're going through a mountain, or if you're on a mountaintop, or if you're in the valley, he's the same God. He is Jehovah Jireh, and he provides. So I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful. There's always a seat at our table.